PP, this is Christina Outland and welcome to Icon Tattoo and Body Piercing. This is our 2019 shop walkthrough, so come on inside. With Mike being super creepy, this is our lobby. So here we have all of our hanging styles over here, and then weights. Aftercare is sold on the far side here, titanium options and gold. We also have, of course, a sign clearly stating not to remove the jewelry within the studio, and then some hand sanitizer. And this is our POS system. If you come around the back of the counter, what we have is gloves and cleaning for the glass, Clorox for disinfecting. And then we also use pointing sticks to sell our jewelry and help clients pick out what they like, just to keep everything nice and hands-free. Backstock, where are the keys? Backstock for jewelry is located under here. We have everything separated in caboodle style, if you will. I'll let you zoom in here. What all is included? And that carries over to all of the other cases. The gold is on this side. So, similar idea, backstock right here. Rings, threadless pieces, etc., jeweled navel curves. All right, and then we'll go on to the first piercing room. And all of our beautiful I took class certificates. Okay, so this is the first piercing room. Over here we have hands-free hand washing sinks, soap, and hands-free paper towels. Gloves, glove backstocks, sterile gloves, face masks, etc. down here. Our beautiful Statim 2000 right here. And then our log sheet where we keep track of all sterilization. In these drawers, you'll see our basics. So we keep our basics in each piercing room. Examples being 14 gauge threaded beads, etc. So these go anywhere from 20 gauge all the way up to 12 gauge. Over here is our piercing cabinet. So if they choose to use tools, we have plenty here. So brass hemostats, properly dated and coded. And then everything just goes down the line. Hemostats non-brass jawed, receiving tubes, surface anchor tools, mosquito forceps, one little guy in there. And then of course all of our forceps are over here, but we don't really use a whole heck of a lot. And these we actually sterilize one at a time in the Statim. Over here is where we keep all of our needles and all of our prep. So we have saline, alcohol, sterile, lube, and iodine. It's okay. And then all of our needles here. We also carry our pin tapers, if anybody chooses to use those. Pretty easy. And then of course our cleaning and our daily, weekly, and monthly cleaning. We're required to do that at least daily, if not more, depending on the task. And then over here, let me actually put some gloves on really quick. This is our bio cabinet, located of course right by the needle dispenser for putting dirty needles away. We have our Optum and enzymatic solution, which we spray of course after each use. All right, let's go see the other piercing room. So this is the back piercing room. Similar idea, we have where we dispose of our needles and then hand washing hands-free as well. All of the same materials are inside this bio cabinet. I'll go ahead and open that for you. Of course, here. So, same idea. dirty bin for tools and receiving tubes, etc. Optum wipes, and then enzymatic spray that's sprayed after each use. Tools are usually done every night. And then this cabinet here. Same exact idea, except this room utilizes less tools. So these, of course, are used on jewelry before it is sterilized. So if we need to spread open a circular barbell for a client who wants to flip their septum up, etc., we're able to do that and then sterilize in the Statim. We have all needles here and all prep face masks. Dun, 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 dun. And then other backstock and tools. There's really nothing in here. We don't really use them a lot back here, but at least this gives you a general idea. Definitely the random ring closers and openers that are also coded and dated. And then this corner. So same idea again. All of our basics are tucked away and labeled nicely, separated. Threadless CZs, anything from 20 gauge to 12 gauge can be found in this drawer. And then of course our G4 down here. And we also have gloves and our log sheet as well with pins. Down here we use sterile drapes and sterile gloves. And I think that about covers this room. We'll go to the processing room next. The Ian's office. Let me throw some gloves on really quick. Okay, so this is our dirty room with signage here, employees only. This, of course, we reprocess clients' materials here sometimes, so there's a couple notes waiting. We have a Hydrum and then all of our packages, gloves, and PPE. And then we also have our ultrasonic as well, which is super great. A sink with signage where you obviously do not need to be washing your hands in this room. This is purely to rinse the tools and then set them out to dry. They're then packaged, dated, and coded and put through this pass-through here. All right, and then of course dispose of the glove in the trash. And then we walk to the next room. This is the clean room. So here we would then of course grab our tools gloved with new gloves on this side and transfer them directly over to the M11 here. This one's throwing a fit right now, so this one's just kind of hanging out, being friends, but this one works great. Same idea here, our log sheet, and that way we can tell if our tools have passed or failed, and we can keep track of that. Over here we have our steamer and then our distilled water maker, which is great for all of our devices. And then here we have our anodizing machine. I'm sorry if that's a little dirty, I just used it. Tools over here that have already been cleaned, we're just waiting to put those away. And then here, client reprocessed jewelry, our blanks, large gauge threaded tapers, needles, threaded tapers or concave tapers, and large gauge receiving tubes, etc. Underneath here we keep our disposable stock. So there's a lot of them. We go through them really quick. All of our hemostats and things like that that we can throw away after they've been sterilized and, you know, all that good stuff before each use. I think that about covers it. Yeah. Thanks so much. Have a great one.